hit initiative twice.
Oh.
And we're recording, so nothing is blown up yet. We'll see how long that lasts. Welcome to tonight's episode. We are officially on episode 27. Yay!
That's a big 2 and a big 7.
That's right. So we'll start off tonight like we do every week. We will roll for prayer. I rolled a 7 tonight. I'm assuming it's probably not going to be me.
I rolled
a 7 as well.
So
okay, so Dennis.
I will pray.
All right. Well, Dennis, take it away.
All right. Lord, we just thank you for tonight and for this time. Thank you for this group. I thank you for any of those who are listening live, and I thank you for any who will be listening when it gets put up. I ask that you touch and bless everybody in the group, and touch and bless everybody who listens, and who listens not just now, but in the future. I ask that you bless this night with good rolls, Lord, for all the players, and bad rolls for the DM. I ask that you touch our mouths and our minds and help us to glorify you as we talk and as we do things. Help us to show the world that D&D is a good game that Christians can play and share the Lord with. And I just thank you for everything that you're doing. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Yeah.
Amen.
Alrighty.
Now, let's talk about this green dragon.
Let's talk to this green dragon. Then he left.
Yeah, there you go. That's better.
Alright, so we're picking up right where we left off last week. So the group, fresh out of combat with a group of lizard folk who happen to be living in the swamps, kind of backing up a little bit. Albus decided to go a little bit suicide bomber and managed to take out Lieutenant Jardhall without any
collateral.
Yeah, without any collateral. Surprisingly, it was very, very, very close.
It was a miracle from start to finish. He survived, and he rolled a nat 20 to get back up.
Yeah.
And if you haven't watched that session, you need to stop this now and go back and watch it before you come back.
We'll wait. We'll be here for you. Go watch it.
Or just keep watching us now. Don't leave, and then go watch that one later, and then you'll kind of see what we're talking about. It was definitely probably one of my favorite episodes as I was editing the video and going back through and watching it again. Typically, I pick up on things that I might not necessarily catch while we're playing, just because my brain is in a million different places, as we're going through.
May I jump in with one quick thing?
Yeah, you can, yes.
So, on YouTube, we have our streams put up, usually within a few days after we cast.
By a few days, she means 6.
Yes. 6 to 7, depending on how stressed and busy our DM is. But what would really help us get more noticeability would be if people who watch those would comment on the videos. Even if it's just like a great roll from blah blah blah, I would really appreciate that. I'm sure we all would. We want more people to see what we're doing and for this community to grow, and potentially for more people to come to know what Jesus followers look like, and by extension, what Jesus looks like. So if you would help us with doing so, comment on our YouTubes, that would be really helpful, and make our share our Facebook group, the Holy Rollers D&D group, and invite all of your friends. That would help as well. We want to make friends in Jesus' name.
We like making friends.
Very much. We're friendly folks.
For the most part. I would completely agree with that.
Jardhall wasn't friendly.
He's a DMPC, that's different.
Define friendly.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. Depends on how you look at the word friendly.
We've got some grumpy vets in the group.
What?
I take umbrage on that. Actually, I actually look like that, yeah.
You resemble that remark.
He does.
I resemble that remark.
Definitely does.
Yeah.
Well, cool. Yeah, so stream is up, chat is live, so yeah, if you hop in, feel free to send messages, and If I see it on one of my 3 screens, I will do my best to maybe respond. With that, let's hop into tonight's episode. So, we left off...
Sorry, Brandon, could you refresh your screen? My camera's off on yours for some reason. Don't know why that's an issue.
Yeah, I don't know. It's really weird. Like, I'm not even refreshing. I'm literally just clicking back on Discord, and it's like, oh, now it wants to work. It's probably a Streamlab thing. I'm not blaming Streamlab this time because so far it's working good. Although last week, the first disconnect was within 8 minutes.
Yeah.
So we'll see how this goes tonight.
It's not going to be that way tonight.
Here's hoping.
I want you all at some point to go back and re-listen to the last episode and hear Jesse's prayer and read between the lines, because as Jesse was praying to open us last week, he knew what he was going to do with Albus. And if you read between the lines, there's actually a lot you can discern from that prayer.
Yeah.
Hindsight is 20/20, as they say.
Always.
Yeah. I actually thought about that.
Yeah, for sure.
This week.
Me too.
Thanks, Albert.
I bet you glowed and floated the entire week, didn't you, Jesse?
Yeah, well, like I was watching it today, and it was so much fun watching it now, while last week was terrifying because I thought I was going to die.
Us too, bud.
We're still on the chopping block. I mean, we are following a ancient green dragon through a swamp, her domain, so...
If she wanted us dead, we'd be dead.
We're not out of the swamp yet, folks.
Nope.
I did roll a nat 20 on persuasion, so...
This is the last thing we did was that nat 20.
We might have a prayer.
Back to what Brandon was going to say.
Yes.
Say it, Brandon.
Yeah. So, as the group finished up combat and began to kind of trek out of the swamp, they were kind of caught off guard with the appearance of a woman. After a few minutes of conversation, it was pretty clear that that's who they were looking for, at least at first. This lady revealed herself to actually be the green dragon that does inhabit the swamp, and that's exactly where we are going to pick up tonight. So, with that, by this point, there's literally no time has passed. I mean, it's just immediately from where we left off last time. It's just the conversation with this woman, and I believe Albus made a persuasion roll to kind of calm down the situation, so she's more, she's probably a little bit more willing to talk as opposed to kind of what she would be. So, yeah.
Does a slight chuckle to lighten the mood?
Yeah.
Slight chuckle.
So, yeah, I'll let you guys take it away, and I'll fill in what needs to be done.
Did Lady Dragon give us her name?
No one asked her name.
I would like to. Go ahead, Devlin.
Milady, if you might permit me to speak as we're... Do you have a place that we could sit, rest, and have a civilized discussion like we're aiming to do? A hut, a den, a cave, perhaps?
Indeed, I do,
one of
little
us
one.
needs rest.
I see, yes. The little one seems like, although feisty, seems like he's been through a lot.
He's been better.
Terrence puts his sword away, just because he's trying to make sure that he doesn't look aggressive, which is hard to do.
Raja will lower the javelin. Flip it back to his side.
I'm going to assume that the little one is the cause for the crater that now resides within my swamp.
Like I said, I'm trying to limit myself to blowing up once a day.
Let's see. Did I throw that one in? I did not. So, okay, good. I'm not on that screen, so I can do things. Yes. So she does indeed have. She does indeed have a place that she agrees that you guys can go talk in. Bear with me for just a moment while I export it, because I built it today. I thought I'd moved it over to Roll20, and then I was like, oh, no, I didn't.
That's okay.
So this is the DM going into the back room to dig through his, like, map stack.
Yes.
You just see a bunch of things flying and
I was about to say,
in the
Yes.
background. The shopkeep.
This is when we need that Rolodex of memes.
Right?
yes.
Welcome to my shop. How may I help you today? One moment,
Yes!
please.
Welcome to my shop. How may I help you today?
Alright, it is exporting in 6K, so this ought to be a pretty daggum clear map.
6K.
6K.
We get
Could've gone up to
fancy
8.
up in here.
Could have gone up to 8, but I don't think Roll20 likes the 8K maps. It takes it a long while to load those up.
How high does K go up these days?
8. I think 8.
They have 8K TVs, yes.
May I inquire, Lady Dragon, by what name may we address you?
For now, you may call me the Great Striker.
Nice to meet you, Great Striker. I am Muriel. This is Devlin, Albus, Terrence, and Raja, and Mara bringing up the rear there.
The fact that Terrence didn't walk up and try to shake her hand actually kind of surprises me.
Well, everybody started talking before I had the chance.
Sorry.
And then Aaron suddenly think, you know what? Is this going to be a smart idea for the longevity of the others if I do
Right.
this?
Well, that and the fact that Terrence is a paladin looking at a green dragon. Good. Seeing what's considered evil. Terrence is right now just willing to tolerate because the group needs to live, and right now we couldn't fight our way out of this swamp against her. So
You mean Terrence isn't just all like, "Hi, I'm Terrence."
right now, with Terrence' level of health, he's more like, "Hi, my name's Terrence."
We have health potions, you know. We have a ton of health potions.
But at the same time, Terrence is probably thinking in his mind that everybody else needs them much more than he does. He has the ability to heal. So, and he still does have a couple of slots left if he needs to. He runs out of those.
On Mara's shoulders.
Devin will pipe up. Just for full transparency, full cards on the table, I'm also representative of Jormungandr, Dragon of the Deep.
Well, that certainly makes things a little more interesting.
Full transparency.
Terrence is over here thinking, well, do we do full transparency? Do I tell her that I'm a paladin of Jehovah?
Well, Devlin is, since we're talking to a dragon, Devlin is technically in the service of a ancient dragon. That detail to another dragon is prudent.
But Terrence heard full disclosure. So Terrence is debating, do I disclose? He's not seeing...
Yeah. I doubt this dragon believes in Jehovah, though.
Yeah, but Terrence is also wondering if he can talk to the dragon about Jehovah. Because that is part of it. You know.
Okay, so that's not opening conversation.
I would probably say after a couple hours, you kind of make your way back through the swamp area, past the crater again, on back, into the back. You come to kind of this stone platform that has what looks like an engineering crane of some sort over it. Almost like you would see it like a loading dock. With kind of a flick of a mechanism, the doorway kind of opens up and you descend down kind of through this big circular area. You're kind of walked through an opening and kind of into really the best way to describe it, it almost looks like a crypt where she leads you. There are 6 very large kind of stone ordained, very gorgeous, if you will, I don't want to call them caskets. We'll call them sarcophagus. Yeah. So very large. Obviously, definitely a lot larger than what like one person would fit in for sure.
Not ominous at all.
And
what's her name again? I'm sorry.
Great
Striker, presently.
Striker?
Great.
The Great
Striker.
Great.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So, you were sent here to kill me by Lord Donovan, which tells me quite a bit.
About us, Donovan?
Oh, about that sneaky, conniving bastard named Donovan.
Evelyn is suddenly aware that he has Thymax's eyeball hanging off of his hip.
just situate that behind you.
I'm just gonna slide a hand that really quick.
Right? I tell you what, I'm actually gonna make you do a sleight of hand check. Like, if you would not have brought it up, I never would have thought about it, but since you did,
It occurred to me because Devlin,
it.
I explicitly stated before, Devlin would have that out in view as a deterrent of his pirate status and the red scales. And it just occurred to me now, oh shoot.
We all have red scales on us, by the way.
Yeah, this is true.
Yeah, but there's red scales, and then there's a dragon eye off of your hip.
Yeah,
fair.
This is so true.
Alright,
One's an accessory. One's a
Would she see this
fashion
as an insult or something?
You may see it as
Well, let's see how that.
17?
What was it?
17?
17.
Oh boy.
Yeah, you managed to get it out of her sight, maybe as she's walking away. She does not see it. Obviously
That would've been awkward.
Obviously she would definitely notice the
Red scales.
the red scales upon you.
Everybody.
On everybody.
Especially the 2 heavy armor.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Right. So,
I put my shield back on my back to,
and
connect it. So
and she kind of waves you off a little bit. She's like, "Stand down. If I was going to kill you, I would have done it already."
Told you.
Clearly.
I would have decimated your corpses and just thrown them in the swamp. I'm sure.
Yeah, by the way, there's something in that swamp.
Yes, they work for me.
It's very handsy.
Yes, my dear. You'd speak of the lizard folk that work for me.
Oh, those were yours.
They were.
Sorry about that.
I bet you are, dear.
Unfortunately, a few of them aren't so good at their job anymore.
Even more unfortunate, I'd like to point out, we were trying to leave, and they accosted us.
Well, things do happen. What can I say? So, sit. Let's rest a while. Perhaps you can explain to me how it is that you came about these necklaces that are around your neck? For I know what they do.
Well, you'll be happy to know that the one who controlled them, at least for now, is no more. We are no threat to you. However...
You say you're no threat.
Oh, I promise you, we're no threat.
But if I'm not mistaken, those are the red scales of one of my brothers that you all wear.
He is not you.
So we're a relationship of happenstance, if you will.
So now Terrence is going to speak up. Lady, Great Striker, I'm a paladin, and just so you know, I have put all my weapons away. I have put everything away. I am doing everything I can not to be aggressive, because I know that just by nature, I would be aggressive. We don't want any harm to come to you right now, because we're not looking for any harm. We know that we are not in a position. All we want to do is talk, possibly get these necklaces off, and maybe get out of the swamp.
Oh, little paladin, your weapons worry me not.
I realize that.
For a flick of my wrist would break you.
Especially in this state.
Terrence is really just forcing himself to stay calm.
Chafing under this.
Trying not to say something stupid.
But I guess if you're going to continue to speak to me in this form, you may call me Saralda.
Spelling for rest note takers.
Saralda.
One more
A
time.
pleasure to meet you.
Saralda.
A pleasure to
No.
meet you, Lady Saralda.
So Terrence, upon hearing this, does a courtly bow and says, "Well met, Saralda. I am Terrence. And it's very nice to meet you."
Oh my god, he's so precious.
So,
He was going to put his hand out to shake it, but he's, that might be a bit much.
so, tell me, why on earth would Donovan send you?
I believe
Raja.
we were expendable.
Well, clearly he knows what my power is. He must see something in you?
Perhaps we were not here to actually do the killing. Perhaps we were here to draw you out, weaken you, so that he may finish you.
Devlin has something, but Raja, go ahead.
This is not our first time dealing with Donovan, actually. We've dealt with him across the lakeside. I imagine he sent us in here to, as Muriel said, probably for us to, probably as a personal vendetta to get rid of us, but also to weaken you in order to finish you himself.
It seems it would serve both his purposes, to get rid of you and to get rid of us.
Two dragonlings, one stone, as it were.
And as far as these necklaces go, we were captured by his
An
general.
entire army. It took an entire army.
His general, and yes, the couple platoons of soldiers.
Terrence couldn't help that one. It was
Just adding that in.
just wanted that to be known.
To be really loud. army to...
Well, it's safe to assume, then, that you are covered in red scales, meaning at least one of the four of us is dead.
Pulls out the medallion. This was located in that location. And considering that Donovan, in your words, stabbing you in the back, could you perchance enlighten what this means? Like, gestures to the medallion of the 4 dragon heads.
Persuasion check.
I'll guide you. I'm right next to you.
I'll take that. It is a... $22. With guidance.
22 with guidance. Okay.
Not bad.
Not bad at all. Ah, yes. I'm sure if you would have dug around, well, I guess if I'd given you enough time to dig around the lizards, you might have also found one. They typically carry them. You see, after our Lord Vathnagoth was banished from this plane, a few of us decided we should band together, spread ourselves out, but still serve a common purpose of perhaps one day bringing our Lord back. Now, unfortunately for us this time, those miserable heroes from Namar, when they sealed him away, they made the seal powerful to the point that it can only be broken if someone had the power of our dragons. So if the red is dead, then there is an egg.
It might not be just the red. They told us they were hunting the blue.
But then it's Donovan, not the black?
Oh, dear. I guess I could see where you might make that mistake, dear.
So it might not be the blue they're hunting then.
Donovan is quite young. He's definitely not the black on the medallion.
Who would hold that honor?
Yeah, that's a story for another time. Let's discuss the here and now.
Fair enough.
She's not gonna make it easy for us to kill brothers, I guess.
So if the red is dead, it's safe to assume that they will go after the blue. So that's 2. And I did hear word of strange happenstances in the islands. Strange magics and beasts appearing, which would lead me to believe that at least one of the golds has died.
There's more than one?
Oh, certainly. There's more than one green. There's more than one blue. We're everywhere if you know where to look.
But only one of each holds a spot on the coin, minus the gold.
Correct. We never liked the gold. A bit of an uppity upstart, if you will. Didn't quite align with us.
Terrence can't help but smirk just a little.
I have a question. Say that the seal can only be broken with your dragon power. And we've talked about the egg, so I'm assuming that if I'm my brain is not working super well. But I'm guessing then that means that the power held within the eggs is equivalent to your power. If they have the eggs, they can use those to break the seal.
Oh my goodness, was one so small? You are so smart.
It really is. It's actually quite wonderful.
We treasure him for his brains and also his bravery.
Ah, yes, dear, that's exactly how it works. When you kill a dragon, if you give it roughly 24 hours, an egg forms inside. That egg holds the power of that dragon. Think of it as a circle of rebirth.
I was going to say, and I assume left untouched, it will rebirth a new dragon of the same color.
That's correct. My,
What does
my,
it take?
you are certainly smarter than most people that I meet in the swamp.
What does it take for the eggs to hatch? Simply time? Exposure to power?
Mostly time. Time in cozy places. However, in this instance, if the eggs are gathered together and taken to one of the portals, well, little smart one, why don't you tell me what you think happens?
I'm guessing the seal is broken and Appengoff is released.
My goodness. The small one is 2 for 2.
Wish I was wrong more.
Wish I was wrong more.
So, my dears, it seems we're in quite a little impasse here.
Not at all. We have no interest in your egg.
Or
Actually,
in
would
fighting
be-
you.
We only
we-
have interest in keeping them out of the hands of Donovan.
Yeah, exactly. We have actually an invested interest in keeping you alive and healthy.
Yep. And we have a real invested interest in getting these necklaces off.
And killing Donovan. So
Yes.
maybe that might be something that you might be interested in, enemy of my enemy type of thing.
I believe our goals align. Help us get these necklaces off, and we will do your dirty work for you.
We may require a little help to do it, but we will do our best to do it.
Alright, who wants to make the big persuasion check?
I will. I've got a +6.
Okay, you've got it better than I do.
6?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, don't do it with me.
I got a
exact
dirty 20.
level.
you got a dirty 20?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna walk over and cross my fingers behind my back and guide you while I'm at it. Just,
we want to
just
make
forget.
sure she's...
We gotta seal this deal. You understand
Yeah, this is true.
Did I hear with advantage?
me, right?
No.
What's that mean? I roll again?
No,
No.
Oh, okay.
That was a joke.
Oh, okay.
Roll a d4 and add it to your roll.
Okay. Four. So it's a 24.
Heck yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Well,
All my rolls need to be this good to see.
For real.
let's see. I'm gonna have her make a...
Contested something or another.
Insight?
No, it was more of a performance check to make sure that she could actually do what she needs to do. And she does. So for the sake of me not really knowing any other languages, nor am I going to attempt to make one up just for this, after several words are muttered in a very ancient draconic language, even knowing draconic at that point, you might pick up a couple words, just maybe root-wise, but it's just a super ancient dead language. You hear your necklace start humming.
Oh, great.
They get hot.
Ow, 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 ow.
They explode. You're all dead. I'm kidding. After a short minute of them humming, you
We all just stand there, kind of like.
Yeah. It suddenly stops. Since Mara's not here, Mara's going to be the guinea pig. She takes hers off, and do not tell her that I said do that, and then she just tosses it, and nothing happens.
Awesome. Terrence reaches up, clasps his up, and takes it off.
I do the same.
Raja the same. Just, we all throw our necklaces in one big pile, and we're just...
Yeah, basically.
Quick question, if I may. Is there a chance for them to be reactivated, or is it one and done?
These, well, from an enchantment standpoint, it's one and done deal. Once they're enchanted and disenchanted, it's done.
I pull out
Doug will
the
take it
collar.
off and put it in his bag. He is not going to get rid of it. If we have to play, if we have to pretend at any points,
That's a
give
very
the
valid
illusion.
point.
At least Devlin will hold on to, but he did take it off. But he's holding on to the necklace in case we have to pull this ace out of the hole.
I mean, if we
Devlin's
can...
going to say something to the rest of us about that, so that we pick ours back up.
I mean, he'll say out loud, I'm just going to keep mine in case we have to. If they can't be reactivated, then we can pretend that we're still under control.
fair
Yeah.
point.
May I
Might be a
pull
good
out
idea.
the
All
May I
right.
pull out the collar I've been working on and say, could you perhaps help us finish this? It was once for bestial obedience, but I would hazard a guess it would be helpful in our coming violent endeavors.
As you pull that out, you notice her demeanor shifts.
Does this mean something to you?
A relic of a bygone era, dear.
It surely wouldn't apply to you. You are not a beast, you are a dragon.
Yes, but at least a dragon with a conscience. I know what they did with those beasts. At least some. And I know where that color comes from.
And just by her stating that she has a conscience, she has just made Terrence have a little bit of respect for her. Other than the fact that she's a dragon, of course.
We seek to redeem its use against the evil that it once served.
But you said it yourself, it doesn't work on dragons.
I
It
don't
would work on
intend
a
to use it,
beast, but do you intend on subjugating some beast?
I intend on reworking it, perhaps with your help, and using it to subjugate the one who serves Donovan.
Intriguing. Make a persuasion. This one's straight Muriel, and it's just no guidance, no nothing, straight up you versus her.
20!
Are you
Confirmed. That's 20.
There
Wow.
24!
She rolled a 19.
With plus 10 makes it a 29, so unfortunately.
So she looks at you and goes, "Nice try."
Right?
Yeah. What did I say? What can I say? I tried.
Very well, dear. We shall work on this, I suppose.
Thank you.
So, after you guys have some time, maybe a few more conversations kind of here and there, probably amongst yourselves at that point, you kind of find, like, cozy corners of, like, the room, and, yeah, you're just passed out, so...
Long rest?
Long rest.
Ah,
Boy, do we need that.
whew.
I know Rachel will want to retro something here, so wanted to say that.
Mara leans over to Mariel and whispers in her ear, and Mariel looks at Albus and says, "I've been informed to tell you Mara is not talking to you for the foreseeable future."
Albus is asleep.
If Mara asks, for the first time ever, her kimono is a gorgeous blue with clouds, and like animated air kind of floats around it within the fabric. So she is in her spring colors.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So prior to falling asleep, just Terrence goes into prayer over all of this, and just let you know. And then he goes to sleep.
Okay.
I
Got
say
it.
that for future.
Mariel would wait until everyone was asleep, then she would rise and approach. You said Solara?
Yeah.
Lady Solara, and say, "If I could, please, Lady Solara, beg one more moment of your time, and perhaps a little insight."
Dear, if you weren't so sweet, you would really be testing my patience.
I smile brightly.
That's our Tiefling.
I pull the silver streak out of my hair and fish the tentacle out of it as it winds sinuously through my fingertips. And I say, "I have been marked by a creature whose name I know but dare not utter, against my will. And it scares me like nothing, like very few things in my life have, and like nothing currently does. Do you know, I'll write the name in the dirt on the ground. Do you know this name?"
Indeed, dear. For I've been around a very long time.
As I suspected. What insight could you give me into how to potentially find him or defeat him if the time came?
Ah, dear. With a small army, more powerful than the group you travel with, you could perhaps defeat this demon. This old god, if you will. But I'm afraid that I don't know that you would ever have that type of power. There are some that have spoken of rebuking their pact, however. You said
Milady, I have no conscious memory of a pact. How can I be held to something I do not recall?
That deer's gonna take quite a bit more. There is one that you could possibly seek.
Who?
He has gone by many names over many years. There's an orc. A shaman, I believe he goes by now. Lord knows he's gone by plenty. Shaman, druid, wizard at one time. I swear, I think that man just gets bored every 100, 200 years and just changes his career. You'll find him, unfortunately not on this land, but in Namar. In one of the last remaining orc settlements. Not far from a giant crater. Perhaps if time allows, you could seek him out. He could possibly give you the answers that you seek. I promise you nothing, but he would be your best source.
I'm incredibly grateful to have sought the counsel of you. You are far older and wiser than a lot of the sources I counsel. Thank you very much. And I'll go back to my bedroll and stare up at the ceiling with my tentacle kind of just winding through my hands.
Before the group gets up for the morning, Devlin will wake up because he has something very specific he needs to speak with the lady about before we continue.
Okay.
Wee hours of the morning. I imagine she just is sitting there, standing there, just looking at the group, watching us sleep.
Yeah, pretty much.
I've never felt safer. Look, guys, the person keeping watch is an ancient frickin' dragon.
Okay,
I will never sleep more soundly.
Devlin will remove his hat for permission to approach and speak, Great Striker.
Ah, come, dear. I thought we were over this Great Striker thing.
Snaps and brings up the Dragon Tooth War Pick and then places it on the ground between them.
Okay.
I would not be an avatar of the Dragon of the Deep if I did not, and points to his ears, or being a denizen literally of the deep. If I did not ask what your intention for the oceans are.
My dear, I hold no domain over the ocean. As you can see, I'm quite cozy here in my little crypt. In my swamp.
I figured, however, and he kind of taps their weapon, the tooth part of it. I would be a poor representative of an ancient one if I didn't at least ask. With no disrespect meant. It's difficult to understand your ways, your methods, or your desires.
Well, dear, they're not meant for you, your light, to understand.
It's as much as I can hope for. Snap his finger again without picking up the hammer, and it evaporates in a splash of seawater. Stands up, does a bow. Apologies for the disturbance once more, lady. And he will back up, and he will turn around.
Okay.
Question, Brandon. So when I hit long rest, it asks if I recover 1 level of exhaustion during this rest.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
As I'm getting ready to go ahead.
You are not exhausted anymore.
Oh, so I lost all 3 levels, or okay.
Cool. As I get ready, can I stick my hand in the bag and determine if the eggs are still there? I'm not bringing them out. I'm not bringing them above the rim of the bag. I just want to feel if they're intact.
Whose bag are you reaching into? Dennis's or Raja?
Yeah.
Aaron's or Raja?
Whoever's
They're
closer.
separate. They're separate.
I will. Okay, I'll walk up to Raja, and
I'm asleep. Still asleep.
Oh, okay. Then
Oh.
I'll just pickpocket you.
I mean, he is the pickpocketable one.
Yeah,
That right?
You're what we call an easy mark. I will pickpocket.
Don't make me bring Ligma out.
I will hurt you. I will drive to your house,
my.
ring your doorbell. Do not do that again. I will sick your wife on you.
I still have that spell. I will bring it.
No, but seriously, I am gonna just stick a hand in the bag of holding as if I'm going to, like, get a ration or something.
Okay.
Is the egg intact?
The egg is indeed there.
Okay. Can I? That begs the question then. Why did they leave it?
Well, remember,
Because
Terrence
they can't
lied pretty well that there was no way.
All they
And
had to
Devlin also succeeded in convincing Donovan that one of them might currently be at the bottom of the abyss.
Okay. I'm gonna do the same thing with Terrence's bag.
Okay.
Terrence would be a little upset if he finds out somebody's reaching into his bag, so.
I'm gonna sidle up to you while you're, like, crouched over next to a campfire, make bacon, and I'm gonna make the... And then I'm gonna stick my hand into your pants pocket.
It's not in the pants pocket. It's in the bag of holding.
I know,
But I can imagine Terrence just went red.
Like, the angle looks like I'm sticking my hand in your pants pocket, but it's actually the bag of holding. And I'm gonna fish around.
And Terrence says, quietly, lady, only I can touch me.
You keep telling me Jehovah's a god of love. Shut up.
Terrence is definitely beat red.
Right? Oh, goodness.
Sorry. So, I break
Red
the
as the
paladin's...
scales.
I break the this paladin's celibacy vows, and I look for the egg.
Paladins don't have celibacy vows.
Okay, that's good to know. Wait.
As...
Save us,
wait, do
Brandon,
they?
please.
Right? So, as you fish around, and fish around, and fish around...
What color did you have, Terrence?
I believe I had the red.
No, you had the gold.
Oh, no, I thought we sent the gold to...
Alright, this is important now, I think. Who had what egg? Because I think one of them's now missing.
Raja has
That's
the
red
red.
dinner so we can know.
Then I have the gold,
Okay.
yeah.
They would have taken the red because that's the one they need for the ritual anyway.
But
Unless they prefer gold. Most girls do.
so
I guess
does
the
she
egg is
find
gone.
the egg?
She does not find the egg.
So they took the gold.
They took the gold egg.
With my hand still down, like elbow deep in the bag, I look worriedly into Terrence's eyes and say, "It's gone."
Don't tell me it's gone. It can't be gone. Terrence reaches his hand down in there and starts looking for it.
So, both of you with your arms in there, now shoulder deep,
Looks real awkward, yeah.
reaching into the abyss of nothingness that is the bag of holding. Again, fishing as much as you want. You do not come up with... You'll come up with an egg.
Terrence looks over
Raja's
at
gonna wake up at this
Terrence
point.
looks over at Muriel and says, I would have kissed you if I'd have found the egg.
I would have let you.
That's what worries me.
You just see a head turn as Devlin just
Well, they're down. They've got one, possibly two.
We will need to take it back.
They can't do it without all four.
The gold egg has no purpose in the ceremony.
Other than killing another gold dragon.
Well, here's the thing. We don't know that for sure. Perhaps being a gold dragon would give it more power. It would be a substitute. Either way, a receptacle of such power need not be in their hands.
No, we need to get that egg.
So, as you guys are having this conversation, your ever-present guardian kind of skulks her way up. Yeah, she does she does it pretty stealthily with a nat 20.
I was going to say, she moves quiet. She moves real quiet.
She does. So mid-conversation, she pops up, like, basically right over your shoulder.
Hello? Good morning! Would you care for some bacon?
Well, my lady.
Wait,
Good morning.
Dears,
So much bacon.
you sound concerned.
Snow, concerned? Why would we be concerned?
And Terrence, who is not near as deceitful.
Smooth.
Yeah, we're concerned.
I elbow you in the ribs. Why would you
Remember,
say
he's got plate mail on. It's like, why are you pushing me?
I know. I hurt my elbow.
Oh,
Put Tiger Balm on that forever.
little blue one, after our moment together last night, surely I thought you would tell me the truth.
She's upset
No.
because I didn't kiss her.
It's true. It's true. It's unrequited. It's a thing. It's been a problem this whole time. He just won't admit it. I see Devlin just. You're right. I apologize. It's an old habit. I'm not used to having allies. They got the egg.
Let's see.
At this point, Devlin would eyebrows up because I'm assuming only Muriel and Terrence were trying to keep this hush hush unless the group was around, or maybe Raja came forward. So Albus, Mara, and Devlin just heard they have the egg for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, probably. And Terrence is kind of like, this is
Raja as well, because he's just now getting around. Sorry, I was metaing the whole who has which egg.
It's okay. We needed it.
Yeah, we need to get that straight.
So, I want to make sure that I'm understanding you correctly. You said you're missing an egg. Meaning a egg.
I said the egg. Did I not say the? I said the.
No,
Prepositional
You
phrases.
said A.
Are you rolling deception?
So,
I'm not good at that.
if
Okay, I'll save that one.
I'm assuming the little one did not come up with this plan.
Terrence stands up and looks at her and says, "Look, we found the gold egg by taking out a cult who was trying to use it for a ritual we didn't know. We stumbled upon it. We had it in the bag.
Temporarily.
They took it. We are missing the gold egg. We were trying to figure out what to do with it.
So, missing a gold egg, meaning you have another egg with you, and they only managed to steal one.
Which is too many. It's too many eggs for them to steal. We don't know what they can do with it, and we don't want them to have it. I'd rather find a gold dragon and give it to them."
I never thought that I would actually meet people dumb enough to carry eggs.
I never thought we would carry eggs.
Devlin's going to cover his ears. Now hears a dragon screaming in the back of his head.
How are we to know we shouldn't be carrying these things? We had them in bags that you shouldn't be able to just go in and get.
And until you told us what they were, we honestly weren't confident in what the value we were holding was. Please forgive our ignorance and stupidity. We are mere mortals.
Where's the red egg?
I will come over to Raja and.
As Muriel comes over to Raja, Raja kind of gives this look to Muriel, not saying a word, but is just kind of saying, "Are you sure you want to do this?"
Devlin's ears are now bleeding as the dragon roar is getting louder in his mind.
Yeah, I would probably say so. As a matter of fact, I would say that you'd have taken 4 points of psychic damage at this point.
Yep, I will take that. I imagine Gander is furious.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt.
Terrence does look at
I don't blame him. Player and character, I don't blame him.
Yeah. Terrence looks over at her and says, "Just so you know, we've sworn to keep and protect the eggs. Whatever they were for, we've sworn to keep and protect them."
I don't know that I actually care what you swore to protect. You were dumb enough to carry them around. You were dumb enough to get one of them stolen.
Well, where were we supposed to put them?
I don't know. Perhaps at the bottom of the bloody ocean.
Okay, we'll do that.
The other ear starts bleeding.
In our defense, we don't know that much about Jormungandr.
Apparently you knew enough to walk around with the egg.
We also didn't know that the eggs shouldn't be walked around with.
Well, now you do.
Yep. And now we need to go back and get the other egg. And
We
then
know
can
where
get
it
to
is.
the bottom of the ocean. I think that's a lovely idea.
Yes, and wouldn't you know it, we happen to have connections to a well guardian at the bottom of the ocean.
Yes, I'm very well aware.
Devlin's not saying anything. I rolled high enough that he is keeping his composure, and so unless you look and you see blood dripping down his ears, you don't know that he is in extreme agony right now.
I'm gonna roll perception just to see if I catch it. I rolled an 8. I don't see Jack.
You know, I'm actually going to roll deception to try and hide this. Nat 20. For a grand total of... 31.
I'm pretty sure we're all focused on the ancient green dragon to, like...
Kind of what I was
for
thinking.
fear of what's about to come out of her mouth next.
Yeah.
That's all Albus was doing. I was just sitting there super tense, just listening.
Devlin's putting on a show.
And Terrence is
Everybody.
doing what he normally does, just being in the moment.
Just vibing.
Yeah. Wondering if he really should or should not kiss Muriel.
The answer is no.
But he's not so sure.
I will help him to discern that. With a swift kick to the codpiece that will probably break my foot, but it'll be worth it. I'm kidding. That was completely ad-libbed. It's fine.
I know.
What is Solandra doing?
Yeah,
That's what I'm wanting to know.
other than staring at us with absolute disdain.
I think Disdain's moving into fury at this point.
I mean, you're not wrong.
We should go. What do you say? What do you think? Just break camp. Let's get out of here.
That would be great
Yeah.
if we could. But we would have to either
Yeah,
fight
we're
our way
not
out
going-
or...
We're not going
Your
anywhere
blessing.
without a blessing or death of some sort.
If you want to do that, okay.
So, Brandon, what is the scene right now?
Yeah, lay it out for us.
So, she's kind of backed herself up a little bit, kind of more towards the back. There's really not a good way to kind of show that she's kind of just sitting on one of the sarcophaguses now. So she's kind of made her way toward the back of the room, kind of propped herself up. There's an intense look about her. a hint of fury, a bit of annoyance.
I mean, she's had that since she met us. Right?
Oh, without a doubt, yeah. No doubt. So Muriel, she's just gonna look right at you. Bring me the egg.
Which one?
The only one that you have left.
I bring the egg to her.
Now, really, dears, there's only two things that could possibly happen.
I'm listening.
Either Donovan's forces have already taken the blue, or they have not. They have won. And just in case someone's gonna ask the question, which I'm sure you are, no, they don't have to be a specific color.
We definitely need to get that egg back.
It only requires that it be strong enough. And if it was the gold from the islands, dears, it is definitely strong enough. Now make no mistake. When the four dragons made the pacts, we swore that we would one day bring back Vathnikoth. That he would rule this world. I don't intend on letting that happen. He wasn't necessarily my favorite of rulers. Quite mean, if you ask me. Had a bit of an edge of violence. Liked to destroy things just because. I'm fairly content with having my little domain in my woods and my swamp, with the occasional excursion to the mountains remaining my own.
So, let me make sure I'm understanding this, for those of us who have less brain and more bronze.
Okay, so Alba's completely got everything that she said, but yes, continue.
Yes. So, you're saying that you are the green dragon in possession of the green egg needed to perform the ceremony. However, you do not wish for how do you pronounce his name again?
Vathnikoth.
You do not wish for Vathnikoth to return, so you are opting to protect the eggs remaining from the hands of Donovan to keep that from happening.
Well, dear, that would be correct. So at this point, I believe it's a race. You need to go, and one of two things must occur. You either find the blue before they do, kill the blue, bring me his egg so that I may guard it, or, if they have already killed the blue, you must get the blue egg from them. Beyond that, we can discuss further, but you've already wasted at least 2 days getting here. Lord knows you would not be able to kill me.
Or do we have any intention or inclination to?
Honestly, I just think you're really pretty. Well, from one horned beauty to another. I don't intend to kill you at all.
Oh dear.
So we have our direction. We have our goal. You point us to where the blue dragon would be.
Absolutely.
Or perhaps with your vast power, expedite our journey there. No offense, Devlin.
I mean, dear, I live in a swamp. I cannot simply snap my fingers and teleport you somewhere.
Additional question here. Would it not be more beneficial to go back to the source of the issue, aka Donovan and his army, and simply destroy the problem?
Sure, you could. If you had a small army of your own, which, looking around, you do not.
I'm almost thinking our chances with a blue dragon are better than a small army.
Because not only would you be facing a black dragon, but you would be facing his army.
I'd rather fight one dragon than an army.
I agree. And then, because we'd have a dragon and army, and we'd have the Eldritch Knights, which I have. It sounds like a bad recipe. So I'd rather find the blue and hope we beat. And even if we don't, it might be a smaller contingency. It might be easier to take.
Well, I mean, personally, I have a plan for the Eldritch Knights, and since the Eldritch Knights are in charge of the army, I would also have a plan for the army.
Well, there's also a chance that we would meet a portion of the Eldritch Knights on our way to the blue that we could take care of.
Regardless, we need to move.
Thus making our issue with Donovan that much less that we would have to deal with it one shot. And it would be a little easier to deal with them in smaller ways.
Okay, I will concede, as the party clearly wants to go for the lesser numbers.
I'm not eager to get mind controlled again.
I'm not eager to fight a dragon either, but
I like to do the controlling, not be the controller. All right, dragon it is.
So Terrence looks over at the dragons. My lady, is there any chance of any aid from you that we could expect or gain on our way there, or while we're there fighting?
Well, for a fight, dear, no. That you must do on your own. For if by some chance someone were to see me, things would certainly get a little bit more interesting than they already are. Now, getting you to where you need to go how's everyone with heights?
Muriel just gets this real big smile.
I don't think I have a problem with them.
I've never been to heights, mostly on the water. On that, Lady Saladra, one final question, if I might be so bold.
Speak, dear. Make it quick. You have things to do, people to kill.
How much of a slight would it be if the next egg is sent to Jormungandr and not you?
I do not believe those were our terms, dear.
I figured as much.
Now make no mistake, I have no problem with your giant sea turtle. I'd much prefer to know exactly where they are. at all times.
I will pop my mass psychic ability and say, we will cross that bridge when we get to it. We need to get to the dragon first.
Agreed.
Okay. So
Nods head.
let's pack up and get started. What do we need to do?
I'm ready to go.
Alright, dear, well, just meet me outside. Give me a moment to prepare myself.
I think we're about to fly on the back of a dragon.
All right.
Muriel is giddy.
We are walking up to the
Yeah.
surface.
Yep. I've been ready to go. My bedroll's already rolled up.
And we're walking.
And we're well.
So the last of the bacon in my mouth, in my pocket.
Pocket bacon.
second
Is it there?
Pocket
Is that where we-
bacon.
Pocket bacon. Everyone move your
We need to
tokens.
go up here.
Where are we going?
Up here.
This way. Terrence,
Yeah, I mean, you guys can move them for now. I'm about to flip you out of that
Don't
screen.
flip out on
anyway.
us.
I imagine these vines are like magical.
They're beautiful.
And hard work.
They only allow
Hard
people
work.
in and out.
So Terrence cutting them down to get through them wouldn't be a good thing.
No.
Alright, you should be up at the top of the map.
Yep.
Yes. Beautiful green dragon.
Oh,
Love it.
it's Solara. You're even more beautiful this way.
Thank you, dear. Well, if everyone would like to come aboard.
I will scramble up her back.
I will help Albus to get up there.
Flame will need it.
And probably Mara, I mean, the short stature, I would probably give her a hand up as well.
I just climb up.
Yeah. And then I
Dragon
ask
on a dragon.
Devlin, do you need a
It's
hand
been
up?
done more than once now.
Right?
Yeah.
Alright, so, doop, free hand. Alright, so you guys are right here.
I'm not seeing her here.
We're flying a
Oh,
dragon.
we're there.
And so, as she takes off,
Oh. This is everything I've wanted out of D&D.
Yay!
of course, I can't allow this to go on without at least making everyone do a series of Constitution saving throws.
Oh, goody.
I get
Devlin at disadvantage.
I was literally about to say I'm going to take my disadvantage because he's never been there. He's of the sea. This is the antithesis.
I rolled a dirty 12.
Okay.
It's a saving throw, right?
Yeah.
I rolled an 18
13.
plus 2 on saves, so it's a 20.
23.
20.
Oh, we're benefiting from your aura. It's a 14.
That's true.
The
Oh,
Mara,
so
But it
25.
is from my aura. A plus 2 on your saves.
Mara
So
is a
15 total then.
20.
Ooh.
What was yours, Devlin?
It was a 13 on the dot 13, but with Terrence's aura, I guess, becomes a 15.
Okay. Alright, anyone below a 15?
Dang it.
Nope.
No. Alright.
Would have been
so,
Devlin.
yeah, without a doubt. So,
My joy is short-lived. As is my breakfast.
Yeah, if you're below the 15, you kind of get that queasy feeling like you're in an airplane and you get turbulence or you hit a pocket of air and you drop.
The excited one got sick.
Yep.
I know.
Oh, poetic justice.
It honestly is the excitement that got me sick, in my opinion. Like, you ever been so excited you're a little nauseous, like when you're a kid?
Oh, would you get below 15?
14.
Oh. Even with my aura?
That's with guidance and with aura.
Wow. So, as you... And at this point, I mean, obviously, you're going to cover ground a heck of a lot faster than you did on the ship. So,
like hours?
Within probably... I'd probably call it... That's probably a good 8-hour flight.
Wow.
You obviously were able to look down and see the ocean, so you kind of had a general idea of direction you were going. Soon the coast of Namar kind of comes back into view as she begins to descend. And I actually have to look and see if I still have a map of Namar.
Fix that. They're to just flip over in a cloud and dump us off so that she's not seen.
Right.
But I'll settle for being set down gently on the ground.
So she's landed and we're getting off now?
Yes.
Okay. So at this point, Terrence says to her, "Lady, you've done us a great service, and I would like to do one. I would like to do one for you, if you don't mind."
All right, dear.
I would like to bless you from my God to you.
You seem persistent. If you must, make it quick.
Okay. May Jehovah bless you and keep you. May he make his face to shine upon you and keep you safe on your flight back. In Yeshua's name, I pray a blessing over you.
Oh,
thank you, my lady. And he slides down with the look of joy on his face.
Devlin, you look more green than usual.
He is not saying anything.
He's trying to keep it all in.
He's mad at me.
What time of day is it? If it was 8 hours and we left mid-morning or so.
You hit just after dusk. The sun is definitely down. Still a little bit of light left over from the sun. The moon has kind of slowly started to come up.
So there is a time change.
Yes, yeah.
We're dragon lagged.
You are dragon lagged. You're draga-lagging.
Draga-lagging.
This place is dragon-lagging.
Tag nabbit.
Oh, I love it.
The sun is coming up. Or, I'm sorry.
No, it's setting, so, you special forced it, you went off the coast at dark.
SEAL Team Sixed it.
Yeah, basically.
Should Terrence roll for stealth? No.
Should make you roll for stealth.
It wouldn't work.
I know. That's what would make it entertaining.
That's what makes it fun.
Terrence being stealthy. Chink, chink, chink.
Raja right there with you. 2
Yeah.
cents. Cha-chun, cha-chun, cha-chun.
2 tanks completely covered with fauna. Flora, yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. I always, for some reason, get those two confused. I don't know why.
Lady Solara, thank you. You've done us an immeasurable aid.
Yes, thank you.
We won't let you down.
Thank you.
Well, dear,
Again.
I most certainly hope you don't. And just remember our deal. You will find the blue in the Dwarven Mountains. I suggest you stay away from the capital city.
Fair enough.
Yeah, they don't like us in cities.
Seems to be common.
Our record is like 48 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little longer than that.
Not much.
I will say, I just speaking candidly, like I missed this map because it's a gorgeous one.
Thanks, map.
It is pretty.
I like this map. Alright, so this trip is going to take us a little while, guys.
So where are we supposed to head to?
The
Alright,
Dwarven
right.
Mountains, and we have to stay away from the capital city. We kind of got to go the northern route.
Through the Elven Woods.
Well, I don't know if we have to go that north.
Okay.
I was gonna say, just cut straight across.
Yeah, if we just cut straight across, kind of
Let's do it.
staying north of the capital,
Yeah.
we might
Alright.
be able to get to, is that Buldoon? To get any supplies we may need right before we go in. That's a thought. What do you
Yeah,
guys
I agree we'll need a supply.
Remind me which. Never mind.
found it?
Yep.
Okay, so hopefully there's little settlements along the way that we can get maybe food, supplies, quick rests, information, but otherwise we just need to trek it out and just go.
Yeah, for now, we will trudge through the freelands.
Yeah, but if we can find a wagon again, that would be good. But Raja and I will drive it.
Good with that. No Mara, no Albus.
Right?
Those two are not allowed behind the reins.
I have something to say about that.
So as your newfound green dragon friend, drops you off fairly close to the coast. You're all from this area, or at least this continent, if you will. So you do understand that you've landed in the freelands of Or, based on so Albus, like based on your studies, you know that during the war between the two kingdoms, that this is where the army from Fasari, this is where they made their landfall on Namor. The area is still it still looks like as if the war happened like a month ago. Very desolate. Skeletons still kind of littered throughout the area. Trees burnt out. Any semblance of settlements left in ruins. Yeah.
So, approximately how far across would the freelands of Or be so that we would know how long it's going to take us to travel through here?
Let's see.
Or maybe a day's journey.
I was going to say, is it like a day's journey? We could start now and be over to the woods by maybe...
I guess really it would depend. I mean, it's about a day's journey.
So we would need to probably camp and then start early in the morning and try and...
It would depend on which
through.
way you're going to go. If the group is planning to kind of go north of that lake and kind of around that way, it might take a little longer if you kind of go south and kind of catch the main road that would lead kind of into where the capital is.
We're avoiding roads.
You're avoiding roads, okay?
I was thinking where Muriel is, straight across to the woods.
Okay, so just a straight shot through there. Okay.
Just a straight shot through there.
So I'd probably say you could probably make it, let me ping. I'd probably say about there, kind of where that ruin is, before you would need to probably bed for the evening, unless you wanted to travel at night on foot.
I guess that's a question for everybody here. Do you guys want to travel through the night and rest in the woods in the morning, or do you want to go through here and then the first place we find we go and rest and then wait till the morning?
We should probably stick with traveling by day, just because most of us don't have night vision unless we have magical means.
This is true.
That's fair.
I say we go to that spot. I don't know if it's pinging or not. I don't think it is.
You gotta press and hold, and then
Okay, right there.
There you go. Good job.
If we go to that spot, then we can just camp there, and hopefully we
Okay.
meet nothing that we have to fight, or if we do, it's an easy fight.
All right,
Yep.
let's do it. And we
We
all
might-
remember the buddy system for watches, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's Raja and Terrence in the front, Muriel and Albus in the back, Devlin scouting ahead, and Mara bringing up the rear.
Yep. Standard battle formation.
Yeah.
Okay. And you guys are, and you're stopping. Are you stopping at the ruins, or are you going through to the forest?
Well, I think we're going to stop right there.
Okay.
At the ruins.
We need to travel mostly during the day.
Yeah.
We're gonna
because
stop
we don't
at the
see no
ruins.
at night.
All right. So, all right. So you stop at the ruins for the evening. Let me
Roll initiative. No.
I'm waiting for it at this point.
I know.
We deserve it.
We have yet to hear you certainly may try.
Yet.
Well, we haven't asked anything ridiculous yet.
That's
This
also
is
fair.
true. This is true. Yeah.
We made him use a dragon to fly us across an ocean.
Which I think is rather epic itself, but
It's pretty freaking cool. It's like that
Yeah.
part of Skyrim. Like you get on Odoving's back and fly to.
I haven't gotten there yet.
I mean, it did just save us probably like 2 or 3 episodes of ocean travel
Absolutely.
again.
Yeah.
Which was great. Don't
Oh,
get me
great!
wrong.
It's raining.
It is indeed raining.
Oh,
So
goody.
as you make your way into the ruin, kind of get just close enough to being settled, massive claps of lightning, thunder, pouring rain begin to happen. So, who are my watches? I would definitely say you will need 3 full. You would need 3 full. Well, I won't tell you
Well,
what to do. Just know that there are 3 periods of time where watches would need to happen.
Well, we're still doing in pairs, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I think Raja and Mariel will take second watch.
I think I need as a mage to take the first, so I get a consecutive.
Oh, okay. Well,
And I think
then we'll take first.
so. Doesn't Terrence and Devlin generally take last? How does that work?
No, Albus and his partner take last.
Okay, so Albus and Mara take last. Devlin and Terrence take middle.
Alright. So, who are my first watches?
Me and Raja.
Raja and Mariel.
You guys go ahead and make your perception checks.
Oh my gosh, a 2.
Ugh.
I'll guide you.
Please do.
Add a d4.
Where's my 4? There it is. 14.
Okay. Alright. So,
Roll initiative.
Yeah.
during your watch,
Here we go.
it's rather hard to see kind of what's going on. Just raging storm kind of continues to blow. You think for a moment that you hear footsteps, only to look over and see nothing.
Could I cast Dark Vision on myself in an attempt to do another perception, a better perception roll, more or less?
I'm gonna go with no.
No. Okay.
As
Well,
you...
If I thought I heard footsteps, I will cast Dark Vision anyway, just
Okay.
for character's sake,
Alright.
and keep the roll. So.
Alright, so as your dark vision is cast, it's still raining heavy enough that it's pretty hard to see, but as you're scanning the area, you're positive that you saw like glowing eyes out in the distance, and they moved, and as you look back towards that area, they're not there again.
Muriel, be on guard. I'm pretty sure I just saw something and I lost it.
Should I wake the others?
Not at this time. Let's just be vigilant for now.
I'm vigilant with my 2.
She's very vigilant with her too.
I've just got hair plastered to my face, like I'm an emo stage teenager, just like so vigilant.
Rain.
Yes.
Righty. Okay, so we're kind of at an awkward moment here. Here's what's going to happen. Your perception rolls, you completely miss a group of wandering something that is headed towards you. We are actually close. We were actually too close that time that if we tried to start combat now, it would probably stretch on till 10:30 at the earliest, knowing us about 11.
Let's do it.
Yes.
As much as I love
Sleep
you.
us for the week.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Let's do it.
Sorry.
So, as much as I hate to do it, this is actually where we're going to cut tonight's episode. Know that immediately starting at next episode, you will be rolling initiative.
Some of us will be waking up.
Some of you will be waking up, which means only Raja and Muriel will be rolling for initiative, while the others wake and eventually you will join. That being said, everyone else is asleep. So, really not a lot to talk about this week when it comes to campaign-wise.
Nope.
So, and let me...
Guys, we rode a dragon.
Let's talk about that.
Right? Yeah, exactly. So, if you joined us tonight, thank you for watching. We look forward to seeing you all next week. I am happy to say that it looks like the recording held strong all the way through. There was one disconnect from Twitch, but it was like an immediate disconnect, reconnect. So, that's awesome. Great job, Streamlabs. It doesn't seem like your product sucks. We will we'll be back next week. We hope that everyone has a fantastic week. God bless. Go buy some tea from Cornerstone Tea and visit Kingdom Custom Designs and get you some t-shirt goodies. Have a great week. God bless. See you next time.